A new trailer dropped for the next expansion, and yes, it is gonna be Gen 4, and I am aware that, yeah, as a content creator I should be hype and I should be telling you, yo guys, check this out, this is so cool and stuff, but yeah, spoiler alert, you will see that I don't know how am I supposed to do that when they hit me with this absolute dog shit of an expansion. So yeah, everything that we saw in the trailer is really bad designed, and I'm gonna talk to you about why that is. And yes, we can already tell that we only saw a few cards with the trailer, like we almost saw nothing, you might say, but yeah, it's not true. Like we got Dialga and Palkia, those are the legendary, those are the box covers of this game. These are supposed to be the most hyped cards from the entire expansion, and we see their EX versions here, and they're absolutely terribly bad designed. So me saying that the entire expansion is dog water is fair, because when we see the most hyped Pokemon from this expansion and they are that bad, then yeah, I mean, what is there left to save this expansion? We also saw Cresselia, by the way. Like the only hype thing from this expansion that we did not see yet are Darkrai and Giratina, that's all. And do you really think they will be awesome when we have Dialga and Palkia like this? Man, I don't know. But anyways, let's now take a look at Dialga and the other cards and talk about them a little bit. Oh yeah, and by the way, one more thing, this expansion will only have 2 packs, one featuring Dialga and one featuring Palkia. But yeah, now let's talk about Dialga EX and why it's so absolutely terribly designed. So yeah, all this card is what they did here is they took a look, they grabbed Moltres EX and they altered it a little bit. This is just Moltres EX, but for the metal type. So yeah, for 2 metal energy he deals 30 damage, and you take 2 metal energy and attach them to one of your benched Pokemon. Now this is not bad by any means, right? This is just Moltres EX. Moltres EX is giga busted. So yeah, this one is also pretty good, because taking 2 energy and placing them onto your bench, that is actually really amazing. It depends on what other metal Pokemon we will get. If there is something that needs heavy energy attachment and then goes on to one-shot things left, right and center, yeah, this is gonna be the setup. He needs 2 energy instead of 1 like Moltres, but he deals 30 damage, so yeah, kinda fair, right? He also has 10 more HP. So yeah, and its attack just with Moltres is the other attack, the second attack, his heavy impact is just as with Moltres EX, is just purely whatever, right? Like Moltres deals 70 damage for 3 energy, and Dialga deals 100 damage for 4 energy. It's pretty likely to say that yeah, you will most likely never use this attack ever anyways. It's all about the metallic turbo and the energy acceleration for the bench that is going on here. But I mean, yeah, he is kind of bulky, so maybe you will do 100 damage. I doubt it. We never use the attack for Moltres EX either. So yeah, and this is the exact same card, but just for the metal type, so it's pretty likely that we will never use heavy impact to begin with. And yeah, there you go. That's why I say it's just terribly designed. It is just it's a card that we already have. They just changed Moltres EX from fire type to metal type, and that's your new hyped legendary and one of the core. This is one of the core Pokemon from your expansion, and you do such boring dog shit with it. I mean, come on, how are you hyped about this? Like, please go. Yeah, let's talk about that later. Let's move now on to Palkia first of all. And here we have it, that's Palkia EX for you, and it is the same exact card as Charizard EX. He needs 4 energy, he deals 150, while yeah, Charizard did 200, which is actually way better because he one-shots everything in the game. But keep in mind, Palkia is a basic Pokemon, so that makes it much more consistent. But again, hear me out, this is just another Charizard EX. For energy, you one-shot stuff and you discard energy, that's it, you know. Here, instead of just discarding 2 fire energy like Charizard did, you discard 3, but you get the additional effect to deal 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. But yeah, discarding 3 water energy for 150, and then, I mean, yeah, it's Charizard. They took Charizard, looked at it, altered it a little bit, and there you have Palkia EX. This is the same story as with Dialga. It's completely boring, uninteresting, and you waste your core Pokemon from this expansion. They have very interesting shenanigans going on in the mainline games with their ability to alter time, and this could have been very exciting, a very cool mechanic, and you just completely throw that into the trash and make boring dog water out of it. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, there's one more thing, like this should be really obvious, and you should have already, of course you already thought about it, and that is just another thing to make Misty even more busted. I already complained about this with Mythical Island when they gave us Gyarados EX. How in the world could you make a card better that everyone hates, that everyone is complaining about, and the entire internet is full of memes about this card? You buffed that thing by giving it even more support, like you give it Gyarados EX. Are you crazy out of your mind? And now look what they did one more time. They did this exactly. They buffed the heck out of Misty. Now Palkia and Misty together can completely break the game. It can be unfair mechanic, just as it was with Articuno, just as it is right now with Gyarados, and it could get even worse now with Palkia, because if Misty works, flips a few heads, and yeah, this thing can completely get out of control really fast. We already talked about this story many times before. The internet is full with memes of it, as I just said. So yeah, there you go. I just wanted to mention Misty real quick, because this is absolutely ridiculous, and it's another argument to support my point of this being terribly shit designs. So yeah, with Dialga and Palkia out of the way, we also got these 3. Those are just the starter Pokemon, and yeah, the basic versions, of course we knew we're gonna get them. I don't know why they show us the basics here, but I mean, yeah, they want to make us hype, you know. Excuse me. Anyways, let's go over them real quick. Like Turtwig, yeah, 80 HP. That's more than you would expect for a basic Pokemon for a stage that has a stage 2. So there you go. Chimchar, the most generic thing ever. We have a lot of these cards already in the game. It's just 1 energy, 20 damage, 60 HP. Okay, whatever, throw it away, it's garbage. And then we have Piplup, 60 HP, and instead of dealing 20 damage, it heals itself for 20. That is much worse, but I mean, yeah, they're just the basics, so whatever, let's just move on. Then we have Pachirisu, which is exactly what you would expect if you have half of a brain cell, and yeah, it is just Pikachu, but worse. This is the EX version of Pachirisu as well, so this is not just a regular one. Keep that in mind. So what it does is, for I think 2 energy, it deals 40 damage, but if this Pokemon has a tool attached to it, it does 80 damage, so 40 more, that means double damage. So for 2 energy, you deal 80 damage, which is, yeah, as I said, it's just Pikachu, but worse. What makes this interesting though, kind of interesting, is though that, yeah, we get a new mechanic in Pocket, which means in forms of tools. We are now getting tools which we can attach to Pokemon, and these tools will, yeah, enhance the Pokemon in some way, shape or form. We don't see its HP here. We don't know how much HP Pachirisu will have, but yeah, again, use half of your brain cell, that's all you got. I'm kidding, but it's very fair to assume that it will have less HP than Pikachu. Pikachu has 120, so this one, I can see it at like 90, 100 maybe, but yeah, we don't know, but it's safe to assume he will have less than Pikachu, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, let's move on. to these two bad boys. So yeah, first of all we have Leafeon, which for 2 energy does 90 damage, and the attack says this Pokemon cannot attack next turn. So for 2 energy, 90 damage, and you cannot attack next turn, which would mean you have to retreat this. And it only has 90 HP, it's a stage 1. This is complete garbage, and it will be a throwaway. There's no one will ever touch this card, ever, okay? So yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Then we have Honchkrow. This is a stage 1 with 100 HP, and for 2, I would assume 2 energy, it does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. This is just, another sniper, which is alright because the dark type does not have a sniper yet, and with Honchkrow it's getting one. It's nothing special, nothing that will shake the earth or something, but hey, not too bad of an addition. And next up we have our beloved Cynthia. That is like Pokemon's main waifu right here. So yeah, what does Cynthia do? She does it so that Garchomp or Togekiss deal 50 more damage this turn. So yeah, it is very likely to assume that Togekiss is gonna be a supporter that has some form of utility, so you would never use Cynthia for Togekiss. That is very fair to assume. So yeah, your Garchomp deals 50 more damage next turn. 50 damage is a lot. Like, everyone is already playing Giovanni, which just increases the damage by 10. Fire decks, every fire deck pretty much, like, I mean Rapidash Ninetales, right? In Charizard it doesn't make sense because it doesn't work, but yeah. Blaine is a really good card by increasing damage by 30, and Cynthia does even more than that. 50 is actually insane. Though, keep in mind, it depends on how Garchomp will turn out. We have not seen the Garchomp card yet, but I mean, Garchomp is a powerhouse, we know that. And yeah, with this Cynthia card, it's pretty much confirmed that Garchomp will get an EX version, otherwise that would make Cynthia completely pointless. If Garchomp does not get an EX, you can just throw away Cynthia until Garchomp gets an EX. And next up, yeah, we have these two, Gible and Cresselia. So yeah, Gible is your generic stage 1 basic, like for 1 energy it will do 10 damage. Maybe 20 because, you know, dragons are powerful, you know, but yeah, that will be about it. If it does 30, it's busted, but I don't believe this is gonna happen because yeah, it's also a colorless energy that you will have to attach. So my guess is 10, 20 at best. Then we have Cresselia, which has 110 HP as a psychic type, and for 2 energy, I don't know how much damage it does, but it heals itself by 20 after it's attacked. So yeah, with 110 HP as a basic and heal and bound, this is gonna be a wall for the psychic type. So yeah, will this see play? Whoa, that's really tough to say. Does psychic type need a wall? Is this good enough as a wall? That remains to be seen. But in any way, yeah, it's not gonna be something crazy. It's not gonna shake the world. So it's kinda whatever, honestly. And then the last card that we're gonna talk about is this Lucario. I've seen this floating around. I can actually not 100% confirm that this is actually real, but yeah, there we go. It's a pretty cool artwork. So yeah, like looking at the artwork, I could see it being real. It's whatever though. His ability would be that attacks by your fighting type Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. This is an ability that it can use from the bench. It could support your fighting type Pokemon from the bench by having them deal 20 more damage. That is ridiculous. Every single fighting type deck, it will be a 2 times standard. Like, this is completely busted. And yeah, that's all there is to say about it. And that's it. That were all the cards that were shown in the trailer. So yeah, one more time, guys. Like, if anyone would be kind enough to try to help me out, I would like to love this expansion. I would love to get really excited and be hype and wanna play this game a lot again and all this kind of stuff. But please, if you see anything here that I might miss, Like, how could anyone be hype about this expansion? Like, everything that we saw, and we saw like, you might, yeah, as I said before, you might say, hey, we didn't see a lot of cards, Straw Hat. Like, hold your horses, wait until you see more. You can't judge this yet. That is not true. Like, I can judge it very, very well, because the key cards are Dialga, Palkia and Cresselia, and we have seen those, and those are completely boring throwaways. So everything that remains, we have even seen Lucario, everything that remains to be seen that is hype is Darkrai, Giratina, and maybe Garchomp, now that we know what Cynthia does. But you know, and you see, we now know the core of Gen 4, we have seen the core of Gen 1, we have seen the most important cards from this expansion right now. Palkia and Dialga are, again, they are the box art legendaries. They will be featured on the packs in TCG Pocket. One pack will feature Dialga and the other will feature Palkia. Those are the key cards. That's what the expansion is pretty much all about. And we know they are boring, throwaway garbage. It's not exciting at all. They're just cards that we already have, a little bit altered. Like, again, like, please guys, go to my comment section down below and tell me that if you are excited about this expansion, please help me out in getting excited as well. What are you hype about? What is gonna be fun? Why, how and why are you excited? I would really love to find out. Just a little simple reason would already help me out a lot here, because, like, when I look at this, I'm very, very close to actually quitting the game right here. I'm gonna be honest. For this expansion, I won't go anywhere. My YouTube channel will remain intact. I will cover only Pocket and everything about Pocket for at least the next 3 months. So, but I'm having a really, really hard time here. So if you could help me get at least a little bit excited, then yeah, tell me what to be excited about and how to be excited about this garbage in the comment section below. Like, I would really love you for trying to help me out here. But anyways, yeah, as I said, as a content creator, I should be positive, I should be hype, I should make everyone else, but I just can't, guys. It's impossible. So, but I will be here for this expansion, at least. So yeah, if you like Pokemon TCG Pocket content in general, please consider leaving a follow. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and bye bye.